A very good afternoon from the TSG Elite Training Centre, home of QPR, just outside of Heathrow Airport on this sunny Friday afternoon, the penultimate game of the league season for the Cherries. And they are up against the Hoops this afternoon. Cherries bounce back from that disappointing defeat against Charlton with a thumping win at Fleetwood Town. 6-2 it finished. But Alan Connell has made 3 changes to the lineup this afternoon. And let's go through that starting 11 for you now. In goal, Mac Allen between the sticks. Finn Tonks captains the side with Kobe Motto the other side of defence. Owen Bevan and Harold William make up the back 4. Zach Christie and Malcolm Da Costa Gonzalez fresh off the back of a hat-trick last time out in the middle, with Michael Da Costa Gonzalez and Remy Rees-Dottin either side of Charlie Stevens and Johnny Day. So that is Bevan, Michael Da Costa and Christie in for Solanke, Ali and Eugene Yarko, who dropped to the bench alongside a trialist number 12, 14 Jalil Conte, Amir Ali and Dane Dimmocken make up the matchday squad this afternoon on this stream on AFCB TV, provided by ESET. And for the hosts, it's Charlie Warren in goal, Corey Ajeti-Brew, Tylan Smith, Noah McCann and Rocco Friel across the back 4. Caleb Dyke, Caelan Brunson, Isaac Alamehu and Jalen Pearman in the middle. And it's Philip Sanyaolu up top alongside Kian Dillon. On the bench for QPR, Christian Pulela, Casey Taylor, Archie O'Brien, Fraser Neal and Ridwan Hassan. So for the Cherries, hoping to make it back-to-back victories after they fell to defeat at Charlton just a couple of games ago, somehow not getting on the score sheet and coming up against a brick wall in the Charlton goal. Johnny Day had about a hat-trick of chances in that game that he should have put at least one of those away. But they bounced back in emphatic style last time out at Fleetwood Town. 6-2 the win for the Cherries. Johnny Day getting on the score sheet that time, along with Amir Ali, Eugene Yarko and of course Malcolm Da Costa Gonzalez, bagging himself a hat-trick, and he'll be feeling full of confidence in the middle of the park this afternoon. Of course, penultimate game of the league season for the Cherries, the last one away to Hull at the MKM Stadium on Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Of course, they've got a job to do here in a game that has, well, this fixture has provided a lot of goals, 17 in total just across the last 3 meetings. Bournemouth fell to defeat at home to QPR back in October, 4-1 that game. However, Cherries, the last time they faced QPR before that, got a 4-1 win themselves back in March of 2025. And then the fixture before that was a 5-2 thriller, which QPR ended up on the victorious side. As the referee in the middle, Jonathan Wilkes, gets us underway. And immediately QPR on the offensive. Friel looking to take on Rees-Dottin and Motto, and he's won a corner for the hosts inside the opening 30 seconds. And they've taken this one short. Pearlman. And they found a pocket of space in the penalty area and will go towards goal, and there's a deflection and it's just hacked clear in the end by Bevan. Another set piece which Bournemouth just failed to deal with. Isaac Alamehu finding himself in that pocket of space, and Kian Dillon was trying to poke it home at the front post but wasn't able to find a way through. Owen Bevan again with another good defensive contribution. Are they going to go short from corner number 2? Opening 60 seconds of Bournemouth have got work to do. The short has been left. Punch out by Allen. Day tries to continue the clearance, but it will just come back again from the Hoops with Pearlman once more, finding that space. Header towards goal, over the bar. First 90 seconds, and Bournemouth have had a considerable amount of defending to do. It was Pearlman yet again with the delivery into the box. They just couldn't direct the header on target, and Bournemouth will have an opportunity just to take a bit of a breather, assess their options. William. And they go short back to the keeper. Tonks on this right-hand side, keeps the ball in play. Stevens tries to work it up the line, but it's going to be a throw, which Corey Ajeti-Brew will just have back at his feet. And it's the first touch of the ball for the QPR keeper, Charlie Warren. Spent a decade at the Spurs Academy, the 19-year-old, joined in the summer of 2025. QPR have started fast. Ball in the middle is just about kept in a blue and white shirt by Caleb Dyke, and he has the ball again at his feet. QPR coming into this game off the back of a disappointing couple of matches for them, both 3-2 defeats. First one was against Huddersfield, but last time out at home to Wigan. QPR were 2-0 up in that game, but fell to a 3-2 loss. Currently 14 in the 14th in the Professional Development League are QPR. Cherries, on the other hand, third in the table. They just trying to chase that one back, but it's straight to the feet of Warren. Smith up the line to Sanyaolu. Good pressure as Bournemouth just try and get a feel of the ball in these opening few minutes that QPR have had the better of so far. Warren gets it away from the onrushing Johnny Day. Bevan has already made a goal-stopping clearance. As Cherries with Day just down that right-hand side. Doesn't have a great deal to go for, but he has managed to find Michael da Costa Gonzalez. And he was felled, so it's going to be a Cherries free kick. 4 minutes on the clock, 0-0. QPR have already had 2 set pieces. It's time for Cherries with Christie to see what they can do and test that Rangers defence. .16-year-old Zach Christie lining this one up. Got Tonks short, the captain, if he wants him. Just lurking on the edge of the penalty area. I reckon this one's going straight into the mixer. It is. There's a lot of players there. It's a QPR header that gets it back as it's worked back in by Stevens, but no trouble for Charlie Warren. And QPR looking to try and break away quickly on this right-hand side. Friel, he's just overcooked that pass as Rocco Friel, the 19-year-old Scottish international. He's got 9 caps at under 17 level. Actually spent the first half of this season on loan in the Scottish Championship at Queen's Park. He made 10 appearances there. Notched a goal as well. Nice bit of play round the back from QPR, getting out of Bournemouth's press with ease, but this time they've gone long. And the offside flag has gone up, so Cherries will have a free kick. They've looked fairly neat and tidy so far, QPR. Cherries haven't had a great deal of possession. It's the home side that have started brightest. Day. His ball just not finding a red and black striped shirt. Ajeti-Brew up the left-hand side. Pressure from Tonks, just giving the QPR defence something to think about. And LeMahieu just about keeps possession. Immediately, Stevens just trying to win that for Bournemouth, and now can they win the ball back in a dangerous position? Rhys Dottin up towards Day. He's run into a little bit of a brick wall and he's lost that. And here come QPR. Chance for Sanyaolu to line up Motto. Up towards the edge of the penalty area he goes. Is he going to get a shot away? He curls it into the bottom corner. Seven minutes gone, and it's the number 7, Philip Sanyaolu, who has found the back of the net and QPR lead. He burst away down that right-hand side. Lovely touch into the middle, and he's just caressed it beyond McAllen. Did really well just to get it round the outside of Harold William. McAllen with very little chance of stopping that as it nestled in the bottom corner, and you have to say QPR have deserved it. They've started the brightest. Plenty of time in this game though for Cherries to bounce back. Of course they were full of goals against Fleetwood Town. Did fall 1 goal behind in that game as well, so before an emphatic comeback. William absolutely launches that, and Charlie Warren was only able to thigh that high into the sky. Bournemouth giving them a bit of a scare, QPR, and Williams' ball is short, and now they can come again. Sanyaolu not able to get past William that time. Christie. Tonks keeps the move alive to Costa Gonzalez. He's forced back. It's a bright start by the Hoops. Day, that's a nice flick on. The flag has gone up. He is just adjudged to have gone a bit too quickly, Johnny Day. Nine and a half minutes gone, live on AFCB TV. Stream provided by ESET. It's Cherries who are a goal down to Philip Sanyaolu's excellent strike from the edge of the penalty area, and QPR trying to search for another one. Dillon. Have they beaten the offside trap? They have. It's a low ball across the box, and William was there. Third corner of the game goes QPR's way. Dillon picking out Brunson down that left-hand side, and it's decent defending there. Sanyaolu was lurking just on the edge of the 6-yard box. Could easily have been a second for QPR, but Bournemouth still have got work to do. Perlman, he's gone short. That delivery doesn't find a blue and white hoop shirt and goes all the way through to McAllen, and Cherries will try and get themselves up the pitch quickly. Day the target, doesn't win it. The ball has fallen kindly low for Stevens, and that reverse pass takes a deflection, and Tylen Smith out towards the Jetty Brew. Through the middle, Dillon is not able to get on the end of that. Bevan is, and Harold William now with the ball at his feet as Bournemouth just need to calm things down and have a sustained spell of possession. But Tonks has gone long. Onto the chest of Stevens. Cries of handball, but Jonathan Wilkes, the man in the middle, not swayed in the slightest. Bevan. Tonks over the top, and here comes Michael Da Costa Gonzalez. Ball in the middle. Can Johnny Day finish it? It goes behind him. Rhys Dottin doesn't find the corner. Pressure still on for Cherries. Motto. He has to go backwards, and William. Cherries now just trying to build from left to right. Tonks. Rhys Dottin just trying to open up his body with that right foot shot towards the bottom left-hand corner, but there's a QPR man in the way. We started with a great run down the right-hand side by Da Costa Gonzalez. Here's Malcolm. Kobe Motto up against Senyalu. Does he want a corner for his side? He has. That ball from Da Costa Gonzalez. Day just unable to control it. Did well to leave it for Rhys Dottin, but it's an excellent block by Tylan Smith. The Cherries have their first corner of the game. Can they get themselves back on level terms? Comes out to Stevens. That's going to go out of play. Decent response to going a goal down from the Cherries, but yet to really force Charlie Warren into a decent stop. William. Motto. Plenty of action over this weekend involving the Cherries. Of course, we've got a game against QPR here for the under-21s. The first team, the men's involved in Premier League football, return after 3 weeks at the Emirates Stadium. 12:30 kickoff tomorrow. And of course on Sunday, the women face Real Bedford at Vitality Stadium. 2 p.m. kickoff there. Tickets are still available. As QPR just forcing Bournemouth into all sorts of problems at the back. Dylan there forcing the mistake. It's going to go out of play for their 4th corner of the game. To be honest, Mac Allen just had to do anything just to get a touch on the ball to stop Dylan having an empty net to roll the ball into. They've gone short. They'll try and loft it towards the back stick from Smith. Cherries can't completely get it away. Day tries to get that forward, and now he's won that well, and Bournemouth can break forward, and Day, there's far too much on that. Chance for him to have a one-on-one with Charlie Warren, but the pass completely overcooked. Now Rocco Friel into Senyalu. Glorious half chance there for the Cherries after great defensive work by Day. Winning that high up the pitch. Just far too much on the pass to the Cherries number 9. McCann out towards that left-hand side. QPR trying to break through the middle as Johnny Day's won that. Is he going to get a shot away? He's not going to beat the last man, and then that's a clip of the heels, but Stevens is still going. Bournemouth keeping this move alive. Rhys Dottin, he can't knock it past Friel, but Kobe Motto only meets the head of Senyalu, and here come QPR once again. Dylan. Senyalu the target once more. That's a bit of a heavy touch, but he gets there ahead of Motto, who's going pace for pace, gets the cross in, but it's going to be another corner. It's been an interesting battle between Motto and Sanyaolu. I have to say the number 7, having got himself on the score sheet already, is winning that one, but Kobe Motto doing well. Good defensive work there. Jalen Perlman is short once again, but they're going to mix things up. No danger whatsoever. Welcome along if you're just joining the stream on AFCB TV. 3 changes made by Alan Connell to the side that thumped Fleetwood Town 6-2. That's Bevan, Michael Da Costa Gonzalez and Christie in for Solanke, Ali and Nyarko. Cherries 1-0 down at the moment at the TSG Elite Training Centre. Rhys Dottin just about keeps that one in. Motto loses the ball to the game's goal scorer, Philip Sanyaolu. Lovely finish from the edge of the penalty area in the 7th minute. Bournemouth have responded reasonably well, but they haven't dirtied Warren's gloves yet. But nice little reverse pass. Johnny Day was the target, but Tylen Smith, who made the goal line block after Remy Rhys Dottin had the ball fall to his feet, doing well in defence once again. Malcolm Da Costa Gonzalez with the through ball, finds Rhys Dottin once more. Lines up Friel and slips as he takes the shot. Another dangerous area that Remy Rhys Dottin has managed to find himself in. Now McCann winning that header, but it's back at the feet of Harold William. Just shy of 20 minutes. Bournemouth building again. That one's gone long and no one was running through for that one. Easy pickings for Charlie Warren. QPR certainly not scared of playing out from the back, although they've lost it there. And now it's Day. And Day is going to have a shot at goal, and that's the first time that Charlie Warren has been tested. Lovely pass by Zach Christie, straight into the feet of Johnny Day. And it's a decent attempt from the edge of the box. A fairly simple gather for Charlie Warren, but it's the first time that Cherries have really stung the palms of the QPR shot stopper. It's taken just over 20 minutes. Motto. Bevan. Motto trying to get on the end of that one, but Rocco Friel is equal to it, and now Perlman threading it through to Dillon, and McAllen has thumped it straight off his face, fortunately. Hasn't gone anywhere near the goal. Great reactions from Allen to come out of his goal quickly to deny that as Motto through. Here's Day. Have they got the equaliser? It's a brilliant palm over the top. Great pass from Kobe Motto and Johnny Day. In the end, it's great defending and good reactions from Warren just to palm it over the crossbar, but Cherries have got their second corner of the game. I think it was Tylen Smith yet again going shoulder to shoulder with the Cherries number 9. And if so, that is 2 gilt-edged opportunities for Bournemouth that he's managed to deny as they go short. Da Costa Gonzalez. Tonks. He'll go from range, gets that all wrong. From this angle, much closer to the sign for Heathrow than the goal. Midway point of the first half. QPR lead, but Bournemouth getting closer. Brunson loses out that one, and Cherry's just trying to apply a little bit of pressure, forcing QPR back, but that's a lovely flick. Dillon leaves it to Perlman, turns his man. No foul, says Wilkes. Can't quite believe that, but Perlman's back up on his feet. Here comes Friel down the right-hand side. Sanyaolu for company. Dyke can't thread it through the Cherries' defence that time, and Bournemouth immediately trying to get the wrong side of Smith, as does Day. Goes down. Free kick, Cherries. William. Not a bad surface, this game being played on at the TGS Training Centre, opened in 2023. Cost £20 million, the new QPR facilities. There's a couple of famous players to have come through the QPR Academy, including Raheem Sterling, who finds himself now at Dutch side Feyenoord after spells at Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea and Arsenal. It's not a bad CV. Of course, another big player in both stature and playing career, Peter Crouch. And a familiar face for Cherries fans, of course, in the QPR first team. Steve Cook, not an academy player, of course, but 11 years at the Cherries, not going unnoticed, as here come QPR. They're searching for that 2-goal cushion. And Sanyaolu was just lurking at the back post, just behind him. Dyke out to Friel. Perlman once again. Nice move, Sanyaolu with the back heel. They're going to keep this in play. Perlman across the face of goal and crashed in by Cian Dillon. Emphatic finish from the QPR number 9. And Bournemouth have it all to do in South London. Fantastic back heel by Sanyaolu. Perlman pulling it back, and the 20-year-old Irishman was never going to miss from that far out. He's already had a taste of first-team football as Cian Dillon. Made his debut back in August for Rangers in their 3-2 defeat to Plymouth in the EFL Cup. Has recently had a loan spell at Enfield as well, and you can see that his confidence is up. That's just crashing it in off the underside of the bar. And Cherries have got themselves a bit of a mountain to climb. Pass from Da Costa Gonzalez, just Missing Jonathan Wilkes. It's going to be a drop ball Cherries' way. William. It is a fixture that promises goals. 17 scored in the last 3 meetings. QPR have been brighter, they've been sharper, they've started this game really, really well, and dynamic front four have caused Cherries no end of problems as they just start to put pressure on Allen. He's managed to get that one away. 28 minutes gone, live on AFCB TV, a stream provided by ESET. It's 2-0 to the hosts in the penultimate league game of the season. Warren just about gets that out from the chasing pack, and QPR, that ball forward, only finding Tonks. A bit of positivity though for Cherries fans, of course, is that QPR were 2-0 up in their last game, ended up losing 3-2. There's certainly more goals in this. Cherries just need to make sure that they get the next one. Spell of possession here for Bournemouth. Da Costa Gonzalez. Reece Dott in. They need to finish this off, but again, Tylen Smith is there. Taking a while for the ball to come down from that one. Bit of a tussle in the middle. Christie. Winning his side a free kick by the seams. And they've taken that one quickly out to Da Costa Gonzalez. Back to Christie. 15 minutes to go of normal time in this first half. Cherries really need to get themselves on the score sheet by half-time. Just change that team talk from Alan Connell. QPR have looked threatening on the break. And they're going to come again. Dillon, scorer of the second goal for Rangers. Brunson on that left-hand side. He's looked lively. Somehow nipped away. Bevan was covering. It's going to be a QPR throw. Bevan. Cherries just putting themselves in a little bit of danger, not the connection they would have liked, but Da Costa Gonzalez will try and keep this one alive. He does. He just needs to get the ball out of his feet, and that pass almost finding Remy Reece Dott in. And QPR, they've looked really calm under pressure when playing out from the back. Bournemouth have tried to press them, but they've knocked the ball around with confidence. And now they come again. Sanyaolu, he's going to line up Motto, but opts not to take him on this time. Alamehu. And the Swede, they're crying for it with Brunson on that left-hand side. Friel. Reece Dott, and that's a nice skip away. Day wants it. He's not going to be able to find him that time. Da Costa Gonzalez. Stevens. QPR just forcing Bournemouth to go from left to right, really suffocating that area just outside the penalty area. Costa Gonzalez. He's lost that, and here comes Dylan. Sanyalu wants it. That's an excellent interception from William. Otherwise, Sanyalu would have had the freedom of the right-hand side to sprint away into. Aiming for the number 7 again, but William is equal to that one as well. It's a nice little turnaround, and here comes Day, and it's just slightly ahead of him, but can he get there ahead of the keeper? Warren, calm as anything, just dinking it past Johnny Day. And now Sanyalu tries to just skip it past Motto, who's done well just to hold him off that time. Already got a goal in this game just after 7 minutes it took from the edge of the area. It was 6 minutes ago that Cian Dillon doubled the lead for the hosts. Emphatic finish from about 2 yards out after neat work from Perlman to just pull it back across the face of goal. Jetty Brew skipping away from one challenge, but Johnny Day's in here, and can he get one back for Cherries? He's go down, he wants a penalty. It's not going to be given. Oh, as Day's won that straight off the keeper. Well, that has come out of absolutely nothing. Bournemouth have a goal back. Deficit halved. And for all of my talk of how composed and calm QPR were at the back, Johnny Day has done excellently to nick that away from Charlie Warren, who won't want to see that one again. And QPR, from a situation of complete control, have given Bournemouth a lifeline. 2-1. Johnny Day with his 3rd goal in 4 games, and he won't quite believe how easy that one was. But that's exactly what the Cherries needed, and that will just put an element of doubt into the minds of QPR. They did, of course, give away a 2-goal lead against Wigan last time out. Ended up being 3-2 losers on that game to the Latics. And they'll just have that in the back of their minds. They don't want that to happen again. But now Bournemouth have got a little bit of impetus, something to try and build upon. McCann back to Warren, who really won't want the ball at his feet anymore for the next few minutes, and that's showing as he just hits it straight out of play. William. If Bournemouth could get themselves back on level terms before half-time, that would go some way to undoing the poor start that they suffered. Did say that there were plenty of goals left in this game, and it was vital for Cherries to get the next one. They've done exactly that through certainly unusual circumstances. They've got themselves a free kick on halfway. Tonks' ball is not good at all, and Dillon sidesteps, doesn't have a great deal of support. Alamehu out to Brunson. What Bournemouth don't want to do is give up that 2-goal cushion, and it's going to hit the post and go straight into the arms of Mac Allen. Caleb Dyke finding Brunson. It took a nick off the Cherries keeper, off the post, and he'll be the most grateful man on the pitch as the ball just rebounded straight into his arms. And QPR almost immediately regaining a 2-goal advantage. Cherries just off the hook. Day loses that tussle with Smith, but he doesn't lose that one. No foul, and here comes Sanyalu, and that one is going to be a free kick as the number 7 for QPR gets his heels clipped. Jonathan Wilkes just not entirely happy with where the ball was originally. Into the final 10 minutes of this first half. Action-packed it has been, and it's an action-packed weekend for Cherries fans. After this game, of course, return to action for the men's first team. 12:30 against Arsenal in the Premier League, ending that 3-week wait, which must have absolutely crawled by. And then on Sunday, AFCB women taking on Real Bedford at the Vitality Stadium, 2 p.m. kickoff there. Tickets, of course, still available. Get yourself down there. Should be an absolute cracker. It's the women against Real Bedford. William just asking a little bit too much of Michael da Costa Gonzalez that time. Cherry's back in this one. Christie. It's a nice touch by da Costa Gonzalez and just runs into a bit of trouble. QPR do well with Perlman just to try and get that one clear, although Day is now going to charge down the keeper once more, and that time it's composed, and Dyke through the middle. Perlman. This is looking dangerous for Rangers. Friel. Headed back out. Perlman will strike it. That's a terrific goal. Well, Bournemouth were back in the game for a matter of just 5 minutes. Lovely breakaway, and Jalen Perlman with an emphatic strike on the half volley. It's an excellent connection by the number 10. Bevan just meeting that cross, and then Perlman just strikes across the ball, and it went in like an arrow. Mac Allen completely rooted to the spot. Absolutely no chance of stopping that one. And Alan Connell's halftime team talk just got that little bit more difficult. Christie, Day trying to turn it round the corner. Well, you certainly can't say that it's undeserved for QPR. They've looked dangerous every time they've come forward. The breakaway was from one end to the other. William to Bevan, who thought his defensive header meeting that cross would have just get the danger away for Cherries, as Reece Dott into Day. Offside flag goes up. And the flag did go up. It's actually a free kick to the Cherries. I thought for a moment the Bournemouth number 9 had just strayed into an offside position, but Jonathan Wilkes just saw enough in that scramble to give Cherries a free kick now with just over 3 minutes of normal time to go in this first half on AFCB TV. Bournemouth could convert from this set piece, then Once again, gets them right back in this game. Zach Christie lining this one up. Header at the back post. Is it going to fall? Well, it does fall, but only for a blue and white hoop shirt. Tonks and William were rising towards that back post. Christie. Back to Allen, who really could do absolutely nothing about that strike from Perlman. Rhys Dottin as well, just to keep that one in play. Of course, we'll have a roundup of all the highlights of this first half at half-time. Plenty of action if you've just joined this coverage to catch up on. As Perlman, you've got the third goal for QPR into Sanyaolu. QPR won a fourth, and he has got that one horribly wrong. But yet again, QPR just coming forward with pace and purpose. And Sanyaolu, who got the scoring underway, did really well to find the bottom corner with that first attempt. His radar completely off that time. Ajeti Brew just turns away from Day. Back to the keeper, who made a colossal error to get Cherries back into the game. But since then has calmed down. Dylan can't quite believe that he hasn't got a free kick as Cherries come forward. Closing stages of this first half. Day trying to flick it into the path of Stevens, but QPR equal to that one. Tonks. Slide rule pass up to Stevens. Not a good first touch, but Cherries will have the throw. Final minute of normal time in this first half.
Feet.
Catching practice for Charlie Warren, who hasn't had a massive amount to do with, but the one time he was called into action, got it all, well, a bit of a Horlicks of it. Just allowing Cherries to get back into the game. Kobe Motto goes shoulder to shoulder, wins this side a free kick. Now, this is certainly going to be the last attack of the half, but they opt not to go into the penalty area. Can't be a great deal of time left in this first half as they just get it through the lines quite nicely there with Christie to Costa Gonzalez. It's going to go all the way through. Rhys Dottin doesn't get there ahead of McCann, but Bournemouth will have a corner right at the end of this first half, and it will completely change things if they can convert. You'd imagine this will be the final action of the first 45 as Zach Christie goes over to take this one. Tonks is short, but they really need to get this one in and underneath that crossbar. Can they get themselves back into the game on the stroke of half-time? Falls to the edge of the box, and that connection not what Bournemouth would have wanted. Almost got the flick on at the front post. Stevens just not getting the connection that Jalen Perlman got about 10 minutes ago, which put QPR into a 3-1 lead as the ball almost drops for Brunson. Is there enough time for Cherries to get forward one more time? Day, back to Stevens. Too short for Reece Dottin. But they still have it to Cherries, and we still play on. Da Costa Gonzalez. Shimmies past one man. Wins a throw. And that is the half-time whistle. QPR lead by 3-1 at the break. It all started after just 7 minutes. And Philip Sanyaolu found the back of the net with a crisp strike from the edge of the penalty area. They doubled their lead not too long after. Bournemouth got themselves back into the game through Johnny Day after a complete mix-up at the back. But Jalen Perlman, with an emphatic strike from the edge of the box, has put QPR in a strong lead at half-time. Let's take you back through all of the action in this half-time break. Half-time, QPR 3, Cherries 1.
Yes, Rem.
Welcome back to the TSG Elite Training Centre on this Friday afternoon. Cherries under-21s in action against QPR, and they find themselves 3-1 down at the break and have it all to do in this second half. Johnny Day was on the score sheet for Bournemouth, pouncing on a calamitous error from Rangers keeper Charlie Warren, but QPR have found the back of the net 3 times, including an absolute peach from Jalen Perlman to restore their 2-goal advantage after Philip Sanyaolu and Cian Dillon have got their names on the score sheet as we are back underway. Bournemouth in their penultimate league game of the season, hoping that their trip to South London is not going to be one that they come away empty-handed. Just outside of Heathrow Airport, can't see that there have been any changes made by the Cherries, so if that's the case, it's Mac Allen in goal, Finn Tonks, Owen Bevan, Harold William and Kobe Motto across the back 4, Zach Christie and Malcolm Da Costa Gonzalez in the middle, with Michael Da Costa Gonzalez and Remy Rees-Dottin on either side of Charlie Stevens and Johnny Day. Freeman immediately being charged down by the Cherries number 9. That's how Bournemouth's way back into the game, or so they thought, came about. Motto finds Rees-Dottin. Bournemouth can get themselves an early goal in the second half, then that will do their confidence wonders, as though that pass is going to go out of play. So QPR have got themselves a throw. Don't look like any changes for the hosts either. So Charlie Warren is in goal. Corey Ajeti-Brew, Tylen Smith, Noah McCann and Rocker Friel are across the defence. Caleb Dyke with Caelan Brunson and Isaac Alamehu, as well as Jalen Perlman in the middle as Bournemouth win it high up the pitch. Here's Day, goes from range. It's a decent stop by Warren. Bright start by the Cherries in this second 45. Completing that 11 for QPR, Philip Sanyaolu and Cian Dillon, who've both got themselves a goal in this game. Sanyaolu doing well just to curl an effort into the bottom corner from the edge of the box on his left foot. Cian Dillon with a far easier finish, crashing in off the underside of the bar from about 2 yards out after Jalen Perlman had whizzed the ball across the face of goal. And that's a poor ball. Stevens, can he get a shot away? He's been forced out wide. Costa Gonzalez, of course, got a hat-trick against Fleetwood in the 6-2 win last time out. Rees-Dottin, quick feet. Just a heavy touch that allowed Tylen Smith, who's been excellent so far in this game, just to get ahead of him. But it's been bright from Cherries as Dillon gets the wrong side of his defender, and it's 3-on-2. Dillon, he wants his second goal of the game. Dillon still. Edge of the box. Perlman. Oh, he's hit the post. Great effort from the number 10. Strikes the upright. There's certainly more goals in this game, that is for sure, as Cherries win themselves a free kick just short of halfway. Stevens wants things to get going quickly. Up to Da Costa Gonzalez. Wins that ahead of Ajeti-Brew. Bit too much on that one, although Rees-Dottin is going to charge it down, and he's kept it in play. No, he hasn't. For a moment. That'd have been quite some recovery. Rocco Friel, though, the 19-year-old Scotsman. Stevens trying to find Day, but that's going to break for Da Costa Gonzalez, who can't quite get there ahead of Ajeti Brew, and he's steaming down this left-hand side. And Malcolm Da Costa Gonzalez is adjudged to have fouled the QPR fullback. QPR want to get going quickly. Alamehu. They've just struck the post. Tonks just going step for step with Ajeti Brew. Perlman. Certainly not against shooting from range. Doesn't that time, but now Bournemouth. That's an excellent touch from Stevens. Bit too heavy though the second time around. Dillon. Friel. Looking for a person at the front post, and across comes Alamehu. And he has somehow found the back of the net, and QPR have a fourth just 5 minutes into the second half. Isaac Alamehu doing really well just to squeeze the ball in at the front post. Got ahead of Bevan, and he has done really, really well from such a tight angle just to hook it back into the far corner. Signed from Djurgårdens back in 2025, already has a cap for the Sweden under-21s. He's got himself his second goal in 4 games for Rangers, who lead by 4 goals to 1. It's the same scoreline as it was in the reverse fixture back in October. And you just don't think that they're done yet. Palmer not able to trap the ball that time. Kirby Motto. Well, if it was a mountain to climb at half-time for the Cherries, it's become Everest. Plenty of time though, and they've had chances. And the Cherries, they started the second half, opening exchanges not too badly. But here comes Perlman, hungry for goals at QPR, and they might just get another one, and it's blocked at the front post by Bevan. Caelan Brunson. Perlman, who has had a fantastic game, just picking him out. And it is Bevan who's just thrown himself in front of the ball, but it is going to be another dangerous opportunity, which thankfully for the Cherries is not made the most of. 4-1 they trail. Live on AFCB TV. Stream provided by ESET. Nice one by Da Costa Gonzalez, and Day just not able to get on the loose ball as goes back to a black and red shirt, and Reece Dottin not able to get on the end of that one. Friel. And his pass straight at the feet of Christie. Penultimate league game of the season for the Cherries. Final one at Hull's MKM Stadium on Tuesday. 1 o'clock kickoff in that game. It's going to have to be quite some comeback if they're going to go into that final game of the season off the back of a positive result. And here come QPR again. Brunson. Perlman. He's already hit the woodwork in this half, and he's stung the palms of Mac Allen. Really got behind that one. Just seemed to open up for him on the edge of the box, and he's fizzed that one. McAllen will be incredibly grateful to see it go over the crossbar, although corner again for QPR, 7th of the game. Ajeti Brew will deliver this one. QPR won a 5th. Bevan getting on the end of that one. Danger still for Cherries, but they try and get it clear, and that one's deflected straight into the path of a QPR player, and out of play has it gone for a goal kick. Da Costa Gonzalez, this is a good run. Still going. Can get the shot away. Rhys Dottin is there. Please stand by. We're experiencing technical difficulties. We will be back shortly. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I can tell you that Bournemouth have just scored through Remy Rees-Dottin. It's QPR 4, Cherries 2. Welcome back to the AFCB stream of QPR against Bournemouth. Apologies for any technical difficulties there as Owen Bevan is coming off for Amir Ali. Cherries did get themselves back on the score sheet during that delay through Remy Rees-Dottin on the 61st minute. Now I've got about 27 minutes or so to get themselves an unlikely point down this left-hand side with Motto. Ali. Nice change, and it's just not going to run for Christie on the edge of the penalty area as Rees-Dottin just tries to win that one back. Ajeti Brew. Free kick for the foul on Caleb Dyke, according to Jonathan Wilkes. Alamehu taking it, who got the 4th goal for QPR, somehow squeezing the ball in from a narrow angle. It's a game that has been absolutely chocker full of goals with McCann. Caleb Dyke. McCann once more. One change for the Cherries since the break. Bevan coming off for Amir Ali, who got on the score sheet against Fleetwood in that 6-2 win last time out. Now Bournemouth would love it if he was on the score sheet yet again. Friel. He's looked lively. Into Perlman, who's been excellent in the middle as a creative and goal-scoring force for QPR. As the ball again does Perlman. Brunson. Now this is dangerous. Can they sweep it home? They can't. Still on the edge of the box. Dangerous. Still on. And that one's searching towards Allen, who gathers that one with aplomb. And Cherries want to get forward quickly, and it's just going to run away from Charlie Stevens. Dillon has a pop, but it's blocked at source. And now ball's with the other number 9, Johnny Day, who got Cherries' first goal After closing down R's keeper Charlie Warren. Now Friel. No foul. Now if Bournemouth can just get another, that would really put the backs up of QPR. And Motto is steaming down this left-hand side. Stevens just behind him. Strikes it. It's straight at Warren. Lovely run by Motto. The ball just ever so slightly behind Charlie Stevens. Wasn't able to direct it either side of the QPR keeper. Really end-to-end this one. Friel. Perlman. Pecks out Sanyalu, who's swapped wings with Brunson. Back to Perlman. Bournemouth have got some defending to do. They've dealt with that one. And now can they get down the right end of the pitch? Little tussle going on that left-hand side. It's going to go out of play for a QPR throw. No, it's gone the way of Cherries, has it? Bournemouth making another change. Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez and Zach Christie both coming off. And Eugene Yarko entering the fray, as well as number 12, who's a trialist. QPR looking like they're going to switch things up in a moment as well. Tylen Smith back to Charlie Warren. Now McCann. Just under 22 minutes left of normal time. Can Cherries claim an unlikely comeback? Well, Sanyalu, dangerous area yet again, and they're not able to convert at the far post. Friel keeps it alive. No, he doesn't. Wicked delivery by Sanyalu. Dylan was stretching at the far post, but he wasn't able to get a touch on it with his right foot. Rhys Dottin. Not able to pick out Nyarko. QPR will build from the back once more. Ajeti Brew. Joined from Arsenal, and he's showing exactly why he was so highly rated by the Gunners. He's charging down Allen, who doesn't suffer the same fate as his opposite number 1. We'll have this throw in just a moment from Finn Tonks, but another change. This time QPR switching things up. Double change being made by head coach Anthony Hayes. Well, Cherries will be delighted certainly to see the back of Philip Sanyalu. Scorer of the first goal for the R's this afternoon, as Caleb Dyke makes way as well. It's another change and another double change for the Cherries as well, as Jeremy Rhys Dottin and Kobe Motto come off. Dane and Dimmocken and Jalil Conte enter the fray. Archie O'Brien coming on for QPR in that change. O'Brien joined from Hertford Town back in January of last year. QPR in search of a fifth. Bournemouth trying to get themselves back into this game. William. Dimmican. They've got themselves a free kick as Dimmican was just spun round. Chance now for Charlie Stevens to get this ball right. Cherry score here, it would make it a really, really interesting final 16 minutes or so. And it's a terrible ball into the box and Bournemouth not able to capitalise, although QPR almost, did they get themselves out of bother? It's a throw for the Cherries, just about stopping it from being a corner. Conte. Ali. First time ball from Tonks isn't the best one and almost comes straight back to him, but Da Costa Gonzalez. Straight into a blue and white wall, but excellent work by the trialist to win it back for the Cherries, the number 12. Stevens. Out to Ndimmican. Oh, that's an excellent bit of footwork. Wins Bournemouth a corner. Lovely little shimmy from Dane and Dimmican. Good block at the back from QPR. The Cherries have got themselves at the right end of the pitch. Mooks is having a little talking to. Right, can Bournemouth capitalise from this? It's hit out to Da Costa Gonzalez and that's charged down, but Conte will try and keep things alive. Stevens. Doesn't go out for a corner that time as they try and break free to QPR, and they've managed to get it through a couple of challenges. Bournemouth, though, have won the throw. Stevens. Nyako. Might open up for Stevens. He goes down, wants a penalty. Shot is blocked. They still want it. It's not been given. Cluster of challenges there on the edge of the box. Now Conte's in a little bit of space up against Friel. Not really letting go of his shirt there, but Bournemouth will try and build once more from the back. Just starting to turn up the heat a little bit on this Friday afternoon. The sun has fully come out in South London. Da Costa Gonzalez doing well just to stay on his feet there, but goes in the wrong direction for the Cherries, but they've still got about 15 minutes or so. Got a goal in the next few of those, and this makes it a really exciting finish. Ali to Conte. Oh, it's a great flick. Day, it's turned just a bit too away from him. Lovely reading of the game there from Nyako. And Johnny Day, that little pirouette, just not able to keep the ball close to his body. As QPR do well just to get it out of the Bournemouth press. Perlman. O'Brien. No shot from range as Fraser Neal just gets that ball back. Carmen. Knocking it around nicely, QPR, but not going anywhere with it at the moment. They want a free kick. It's going to be a goal kick for the Cherries. Perman once again. Scored and assisted, but he's not going to add to his stats with that delivery. Although QPR have latched onto that poor clearance, and if they get a fifth, that will really be curtains for the Cherries. Brunson. And Alamehu, is it going to line up for the shot? Doesn't break for him. Perlman will have a go, and that is a tremendous finish. It's a second goal for Jalen Perlman, and that one has somehow been better than the first. That is very much game, set and match for the Cherries. And Jalen Perlman having a goal of the season competition with himself in this game. Excellent strike, it has to be said. (5-2) QPR lead on this Friday afternoon. Plenty of Cherries action over the weekend. Of course, the men's first team back in action at lunchtime tomorrow at the Emirates against Arsenal in the Premier League. It's been a long wait for their return. And then on Sunday, get yourself down to Vitality Stadium. Lots of tickets still available for FCB Women against Real Bedford. 2 p.m. kickoff in that one. QPR now coming forward. Jesse Brew down the left-hand side. QPR 5, Bournemouth 2. They're searching for a sixth, and thankfully for the Cherries, no one was there lurking at the back post to nod home. Of course, this is the penultimate league game for Bournemouth. They travel to the MKM Stadium in Hull on Tuesday to wrap the league phase of the season up, but QPR have given themselves a really good account this afternoon. Jalil Conte just hits the deck. Bournemouth have themselves a free kick. Ali. William. With William, and he gets it into Stevens. Out towards that left-hand side. Here come the Cherries with Ndimikan. Keeps it in play. It gone out for a throw. That change for QPR. Number 9, Kim Dillon, coming off for Ridwan Hassan, who has 3 goals in his last 3 matches. Ndimikan. Can Bournemouth end this game on a high note and get themselves back on the score sheet? It's not going to run for them that time. Perlman, who's had a terrific game for QPR, gets it clear from danger, but Cherries will build from the back once more. That one has gone straight over the head of Ndimikan. It will be a QPR throw. Final 6.5 minutes of normal time at the TGS Elite Training Centre. It's QPR 5, Cherries 2. Day and Remy Rees-Dottin on the scoring end for the Cherries. Nice little loft over from Macallan, now Conte. Number 12 on trial at Cherries, just losing the ball at the second attempt, and O'Brien. Here come QPR, and they just have it stopped by Ali, as they were looking dangerous once again. William. Costa Gonzalez just gets it back to whence it came. 5 minutes ago. Stevens into Day. Nice knockout to that left-hand side. Conte. Can't beat Friel. QPR. Find a blue and white shirt on that occasion as they try and break forward. Tonks. Day was the target, but they've looked sharp as the Jesse Brew is brought to the floor, and QPR will have themselves a free kick. 4.5 minutes to go, live on AFC TV. The stream brought to you by ESET. Ndimikan. Every time we've got the ball so far in this cameo appearance for him, he's trying to bring it forward and at pace, but QPR have just held their shape really well, and Cherry's struggling just to find a way through. William, who's had plenty of the ball this afternoon, to Costa Gonzalez. It's a nice little shimmy in today, gets it back, but again, hurried and harried. Now here come QPR. And the ball has been lost in the middle by Hassan. Perlman. What a game he's had. Wins his side a free kick. Although Ali can't quite believe that one. Plenty for Alan Connell to dissect at the end of the game. There's been some fantastic strikes in this match from both sides. Not a great deal that Cherries could do about the two efforts from Jalen Perlman. O'Brien. Christian Palella just playing that one back. Side from Perth Glory. As recently as January. William. Back to Allen. Stevens. He's dropped deeper as the game has gone on. Picks out Conte. Can Cherries just get themselves one more goal before full time? And Dimmican. Costa Gonzalez somehow gets through those two players, and then the ball just gets stuck, and it's good recovering work there as Cherries will come again. Tonks back to Da Costa Gonzalez. Now that is a good sidestep, and he's still going. He goes down, wants a free kick. He will get it. Stevens over this one. It's a little bit right of centre, so we could opt for the cross into the box, though with not a great deal to play for left for Cherries in this game, apart from getting themselves another goal. Will he have a strike himself? Dinks it into the penalty area. It's a easy clearance, but he wins the ball back and gets a free kick for his troubles as he was just dragged to the floor. Conte out to Ndimmikan. Stevens. Ndimmikan trying to pick out a man at the back stick. They keep it alive. Header towards goal by Nyako, and that's over the bar. Really good work by Ndimmikan to keep that ball alive, and then Nyako running against the trajectory of the ball. Strong header, well tipped over by Charlie Warren. Cherries corner, their fifth of the game. In from Stevens. Day doesn't get there, and then QPR can just whack that one clear. Now to play for a throw. Also, there'll be a full wrap-up of the highlights from this game at full time. As I said before, plenty of Cherries action across the weekend. The men's first team in Premier League action against Arsenal tomorrow lunchtime. AFC women at Vitality Stadium against Real Bedford. Last real chance here for Cherries, and it's towards the edge of the box. Da Costa Gonzalez, one touch too many, and QPR are now bursting forward. They want a sixth. They're not going to get it with that sort of effort. Corey Ajeti-Brew just showing why he is more of a defender than a forward. Nyako charging that one down. And Bournemouth able to get themselves one more before time is up. Stick it's still available for that women's game at Vitality Stadium. Kicks off at 2 o'clock on Sunday. Pulela finds a man in the box. That's been blocked. Is it handball? No, says the referee. Alamehu, we've got QPR's fourth. Out to Pulela once again. Friel. QPR oozing with confidence. Just knocking it about, and though Bournemouth can't win that second ball. Pulela feeds it through to a Jetty Brew, and it's good work by Mac Allen to come out and collect. Tonks. Conte. To Costa Gonzalez. Aiming for the wrong goal there. Well, that's surely going to be that here in South London at the TSG Elite Training Centre. There's been plenty of action and plenty of goals, but unfortunately for Bournemouth, not at the right end. They still have that final game away at Hull on Tuesday. And they'll want to wipe this game from their memories as quickly as possible. Still we play. Perlman, he's on a hat-trick. Gets a kind bounce. Jetty Brew. A real kicker if they were to get a sixth, as Perlman opts not to shoot. Won't put it past him from that range. Alamehu. Smith. Friel. Maybe 14th in the Professional Development League, QPR, but they seem to have Bournemouth's number. 4-1 win in October, although that's a great ball over the top to Nyako. And the finish is deflected just wide, so Cherries will end this game with a corner. Neat work by Nyako just to flick it over the defender, but it was good recovering challenge. Just take the sting and direction out of the shot, but Finn Tonks is going to leave this one for Stevens. Final action of this game, you would think. To Costa Gonzalez, of course he's going to shoot. No, it's going to be another corner. And maybe just a bit more time after that strike just sent one of the QPR players to the deck. Well, it's a game where the tone was set just after 7 minutes as QPR took the lead through Phillips Sanyaolu. A calm finish from the edge of the box, and just about 15 minutes later, Cian Dillon doubled the Hoops' advantage, converting from Jalen Perlman's cross. Cherries did get themselves back into the game just a few minutes later when Johnny Day nicked the ball off Charlie Warren and finished into an empty net. And from there you thought Cherries might just get themselves a foothold in the game, but it didn't last long. Just 5 minutes later, Perlman, the tremendous strike from the edge of the box, made it 3-1 just before half time. Then since the break, that goal on 50 minutes for Isaac Alamehu, converting from close range, really made it game, set and match. Da Costa Gonzalez tries to get it into the penalty area, back out to Tonks. That's a wicked delivery towards the back post, and Day's not able to get it over the line. It's going to come back out in Dimmican. Quick feet once again. Da Costa Gonzalez is short, goes back to him, goes for the shot. That one's blocked and it's cleared, and Jonathan Wilkes says that is that. A disappointing afternoon on the road for the Cherries. They have fallen to a 5-2 defeat at QPR. Johnny Day and Remy Rees-Dottin, those in black and red, getting on the score sheet for the Cherries. But it's certainly been an afternoon to forget. Let's take you through the highlights. Full time here. It's QPR 5, Bournemouth 2.
Yes,